Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Interactions 2017. I'm thrilled to see so many of you with us today in the audience. And I'm really glad you're here, because today I would like to take you on a very special ride. This is our ride. It's the ride of every customer service professional sitting here today. And it's a ride into the future. A future where there are no constraints on how far or how fast we can go. A future that offers new levels of sophistications, allowing us to do everything smarter. A future where man and machine work together to provide perfect execution with a personal human touch. This future ride will require you to navigate some challenging twists in the road ahead. Those who will be able to adapt their course for the coming challenges will be rewarded with the amazing benefits of this future ride. I invite you to stay with us, and I promise you, by the end of this morning's sessions, you'll be able to chart your own course and join this exciting ride. A good place to start is to take a close look on where you are today in your ride and how we all got here. I would like you to envision your service organization as a train, slowly moving down the tracks. What does your ride look like? How did it start? In the beginning, organizations had to build their train tracks. You had to put in basic infrastructure in order to get your ride going. I think of those tracks as telephony, servers, ACD, networks that allow you to provide service to your passengers. And those tracks were pretty limiting. For one thing, they were only available from very few specific vendors. For another, they only came in predefined shapes and sizes. Tracks purchased from another vendor did not easily connect to tracks purchased from another vendor. So they required complicated integrations that you had to do, and a lot of maintenance in order to keep them working. Purchasing all these elements demanded significant upfront commitment to maximum capacity. The tracks had to be laid out slow and in advance, taking into account every possible remote station. The train itself had to be built to be in stock to accommodate the maximum number of passengers at your peak time, even though most of the time you didn't really need it all. Every time you wanted to add new capability or make even the smallest change, you had to stop your train, you had to tear out your tracks and rebuild your infrastructure. And yet, as long as the landscape was flat and smooth, the customer service ride continued, and it was good, or at least good enough. Then you started to add new passengers to the ride, so you had to constantly grow and extend and improve the trains in order to keep them happy, or otherwise they might hop on another train. And your ride was good, and it continued, well, or at least good enough. And then you had to increase your workforce to maintain your trains and passengers. And the ride became heavier and more expensive to keep up. But your ride continued, and it was good, or at least good enough. And then, one day, not so long ago, the landscape started really changing, and it became more challenging. All of a sudden, the smooth and flat surface began to curve in all different unexpected ways. New obstacles appeared, forcing you to navigate more carefully and build your tracks around them. Some obstacles were related to regulations, requiring you to extend your tracks and build bridges in order to cross them. Other obstacles were related to the addition of new communication channels and the challenge they created to your day-to-day operation. and some were related to the rise of the knowledgeable passengers and their growing expectations. As the landscape was changing, you did what you could with the limiting building blocks that you had. You patched them up, you bended them, all the way to the point of almost breaking. But your ride continued, and it was good, or at least sort of good enough. You know, this reminds me of a story of a man riding in a train from LA to Chicago who kept getting off at every station, buying tickets good until the next one. When the train reached Chicago, the other passengers asked him why he kept buying incremental tickets instead of one for the entire journey. The man replied that his doctor advised him against taking long trips. I feel that this story represents well the way that we have all conducted ourselves in the customer service world. I also believe that this step-by-step approach is no longer good enough to be successful in the challenging landscape that we have in front of us. Our theme for this year's event is reinventing customer service. We chose it because we believe that for the first time in the history of customer service, every single one of you is in a powerful position to reinvent your entire ride into the future. Reinventing customer service starts with rethinking. Rethinking how data is being used. Rethinking the balance between man and machine. And rethinking the roles of vendors and enterprises. This may lead you to expect a complex recipe for reinventing customer service. But it's actually pretty simple. There are only two guiding principles: acting smarter and responding faster. Becoming smarter is all about the ability to face uncertainties and use data in a way that powers your ride forward. There are 4 principles in becoming a smarter customer service organization. First, you need analytics everywhere. This means generating insight from every possible source of data across your entire organization using the most powerful analytics available. This is why we joined forces with Nexidia, the industry's most advanced and scalable analytics platform, offering analytics with no limits. But analytics alone is not enough. You need to be able to apply it across all different customer channels, including channels we don't even think of today. More importantly, you need to be able to understand what's going on between the different channels, the journey of your customers. I'd like to invite you to see the recent innovations in this area this week and speak to some of your colleagues who already moved from managing channels to managing journeys. The most important aspect of becoming smarter is acting smarter. In order to act smarter, analytics need to drive action. A good example of the power of embedding analytics into daily processes is our adaptive WFO, where analytics is applied to improve workforce engagement based on the employee persona. Becoming smarter also means continuously learning. Many of you already experienced the power of deploying our robots in their environments. I believe this is only the beginning of a new era, where machine learning and artificial intelligence will enable these robots to give us superpowers. In order to make you smarter, we had to become smarter as well. Over the past 2 years, we've been investing heavily in our research and development, adding hundreds of experts in the domain of machine learning and artificial intelligence around the globe. And we made powerful acquisitions that allow us to provide you with the most comprehensive range of solutions, allowing you to reinvent customer service in a smart way. The second part of the recipe is about being faster. Let's be honest. The rate of changes we're experiencing today are only going to increase. There is no way you can keep up if every change, even the smallest one, take 1 year project or longer. The only way to break through the speed limit is by moving to the cloud. Up until now, in order to be fast, you had to buy and build to the max. It worked, but it was expensive. The cloud provides full elasticity, allowing you to be fast and scale quickly up and down, paying just for what you use. Becoming faster also means quick turn-up. Think about the last time you had to build a new contact center. How long did it take you to get it fully operational? As we speak, with the cloud, we are turning up contact centers with thousands of seats in a matter of weeks. But it's not just about turn-up. It's also about addressing new needs once you're up and running. With the cloud, you can now add new capabilities, upgrade, changes, adopt new channels, all with a push of a button. This is exactly why we joined forces with InContact, to help you to respond faster with the most advanced omnichannel contact center in the cloud, offering elasticity, ultra-fast turn-ups, and immediate add-ons and changes. Moreover, we are now officially releasing you from your long-standing duty of being the system integrator of the customer service market. We are now assuming responsibility to provide you with a complete and fully integrated contact center in the cloud. With everything now under one roof, you can and should expect from us powerful integrations that are only possible now for the first time. So there you have it, a simple, powerful, and achievable way to reinvent customer service. I also understand that each and every one of your rides is unique, and you may need different paths, making it faster or smarter. This is why we are giving you the power to build your ride your own way. Whether you are a young company or a large enterprise, whether you just started your cloud journey or you are well into it, whether you need one particular capability or a whole suite, whether you want to start by making your organization smarter or faster or both, we are there for you to help you build your ride your own way. The smarter and faster journey will not only allow us to improve what we do today, but will also allow us to accomplish completely new visions in the future. Rethinking how data is being used, analytics, now combined with the power of the cloud, will lead us to enjoy shared wisdom. Shared wisdom means that we will be helping each other, contributing to a consortium of best practices powered by analytics in the cloud. Rethinking the role of man and machine will lead to new balance. Today and in the near future, we are all going to be busy transitioning human tasks to robots, deciding when machines should take over. But the future is all about deciding when we want the human to interject and help the robot. Finally, rethinking the balance between vendors and enterprises will change our dialogue. Words like version release, integration, upgrade will disappear, the way of the steam locomotive. Everything that we have done in the past few years, every new solution, every new enhancement, every investment, every acquisition, were all aimed to equip you with the tools to become smarter and faster. The next couple of days are your opportunity to network with us, with our partners, and with one another, and experience firsthand how you can reinvent your customer service. Join us as we go together beyond the tracks of today and into the roads of tomorrow. In the immortal words of Doc Brown in the classic Back to the Future, roads, where we are going, we don't need any roads. Thank you very much. Have a great conference and enjoy your rides.